Hey guys, the Taokei here. Today I bring you a review of Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo. Insert fangirl stream here. Sakuraso is a 26-episode series produced by JC Sock revolving around the high school students of Sakura Hall. Oh great, it's another... No, we're not doing this shit again. Now, as Sakuraso is classified as a romance comedy anime, I didn't expect much from the series at first, since I'm pretty sure a slice of life romance revolving around high school students has never ever been done before. Going into Sakuraso, I just expected the series to be very generic by having unoriginal comedy, unrealistic romance, and a plot which didn't seem to advance in the least. This is the reason why Sakuraso got overlooked when it was airing. On the outside, it looked like a very generic anime, but on the inside, it brought a lot of potential. It's just that not many people gave it a chance. Sakuraso brings you a story of hardship and failures that the characters have to face. At times, the story can be very calm and relaxing, but then later shifts into a heartwarming but yet sad tale of students trying to deal with the unfairness of life. The term "don't judge a book by its cover" is what best describes it when going to the series. At first, Sakuraso starts off as a generic romance comedy, introducing us to the abnormal characters and what they do in their daily lives. It opens with the main character Sorata Kanda having to live in Sakura Hall due to him finding a stray cat and not being able to keep it at his dorm. Sakura Hall is essentially the dormitory where all the special students in the school reside. Sorata has no intentions of staying in Sakura Hall, but it's not until Shina Mashiro arrives that he then starts to have a change of heart. Now, as the starting episodes of the series may fool you into thinking that the show has no areas in which it excels at, but later it becomes clearly evident of what the series is trying to achieve. The starting episodes of the series felt very generic, like all other romance comedy. It enticed you with reused comedy, a generic set of characters, and a plot in which it didn't seem to advance. However, after episode 10, it differentiates itself and strays away from the path of becoming a generic series. Sakuraso presents how the characters are real people and how they have real-life problems to deal with just like we do. The series projects what it means to fail in life and how different characters try to cope with it. It's not every day an anime makes me both feel what the characters are feeling and understand their actions, since I myself have been through some of the situations they have. The characters have worked so hard and yet they do not achieve their success due to the cruel and harsh reality of life. However, it's not all depressing. The characters all try to help each other with their problems, and these bonds and acts of kindness bring a heartwarming feeling to you. This affinity for the characters is what brought me to love and enjoy Sakuraso. This story of hardship and failure is the high point of the series and what makes it such a unique anime. The romance in the show is also done very realistically. Rather than forcing a love triangle like most shows do, Sakuraso actually builds the character relationships in a unique manner. Normally in love triangles, there is a very obvious girl that the main character should choose from. However, in Sakuraso, you are attached to all the characters' feelings and emotions. You feel as if some characters need a relationship together, but at the same time you don't want it to happen since it would break the other person's heart. Another thing the series strays from is the lack to an obvious happy ending. In Sakuraso, the characters have to make certain choices which would impact their relationships with other characters. By doing this, you are left guessing until the final moment if the series is going to have a happy or sad ending. Sakuraso developing a heartwarming, touching, and emotional story is what clearly distinguishes itself from the generic romance comedy. Plus, having an ambiguous plot further shows how the series outshines other anime. To be honest, I never thought the highly acclaimed Toradora would ever be beaten, but Sakuraso has shown all the potential it has and has surpassed Toradora, and for that reason I praise the show to no end. Overall, Sakuraso has set the new bar in the romance comedy genre, and that all other anime should strive towards it. Although I think it will be a while before any anime will one-up this amazing series. As for the characters, you would think that being the anime Sakuraso is, the characters would be one-dimensional. Well, if you thought this, I'm here to tell you otherwise. Our main character, Sorata Kanda, as I mentioned before, has moved into Sakura Hall due to him not being able to keep pets in his dorm. Sorata has no intention of staying in Sakura Hall, as he is only there until he can find homes for the cats. Sorata has a friendly and easygoing personality, which helps him develop deeper relationships with other characters. This is especially evident when he meets Shina. At first, he thinks of Sakura Hall as nothing but an obstacle in his life. However, the longer he stays there, the more bonds and connections he makes with the other characters. Sorata has a goal to become a game producer and aims hard to achieve his goal. However, he is rejected countless times and it becomes clear that normal people like him do not get a chance in life, only the talented do. Due to these events, we can see how his character changes and how he tries to deal with the reality of life. From this, we can easily sympathize with him since we can all understand his feelings and what he is going through. Next on the characters, we have Aoyama Nanami, the childhood friend of Sorata. At first, Nanami does not live in Sakura Hall. She is a normal student in school and is very hardworking. Initially, Nanami may seem like a generic tsundere, but later develops her personality into a much deeper and meaningful level. She starts out by having small feelings for Sorata, but never really acts on it. Although when she starts living in Sakura Hall, it becomes evident that her feelings towards Sorata are deepening. Failure is a big part of Nanami's development, as she is normally very hardworking. When her hard work does not pay off to achieve her goal, we can see her character break down and show why she does what she does. This makes her one of the most likable characters in the series. Nanami's chemistry with Sora makes for some of the most heartwarming and touching moments. Finally, we have Shina Mashiro. She is by far the best character in the show, and that's not just a fanboy talking. Shina starts off as an emotionless girl, whose sole purpose is only to create manga. She is a klutz and has no idea how to take care of herself or communicate with others. This makes for some of the most interesting and hilarious scenes like this.
まだそれしかできてない。
包丁好き。
どんだけ恋焦がれてるんだよ。
夜も眠れないほどによ。
はいはい、わかった。包丁使おうな。それは人を襲う時の持ち方か。
この方が手に馴染むわ。
こっち向けるな。お前何を料理する気だ。
されたい。
やっぱなし。椎名に料理は無理。ママ、包丁。
それは許さない。
だと普通に持て。
Due to her not being able to take care of herself, the other characters are forced to look after her, and the task is even called Mashiro duty. Shina's development throughout the series is what makes her such a likable character. Unlike the other characters, Shina does not fail at what she does, since she is a talented genius. However, this difference is what makes it hard for her to understand the other characters' feelings. Although when she starts to spend time with Sorata, she starts to develop her own feelings towards others and shows it in a subtle and unique way. Shina goes from having no emotions to a girl who tries her hardest to show feelings, and this transition is what makes her a unique character. As for a romance with Sorata, it brings you a very touching and cutesy feeling. The love triangle between Shina, Nanami, and Sorata was also done beautifully. I couldn't decide which girl should end up with Sorata. On one side we have Nanami, who already had feelings for him and then deepens them by sharing their failures in life. On the other side we have Shina, who had been told by Sorata and had developed her own personality which made her accustomed to him. I really couldn't choose which girl I preferred, which is very rare in anime, and for that I give it props. The animation was done by JC's staff, who are best known for producing Shakugan no Shana, Toradora, Maid-sama, and Little Busters. So naturally, the animation was already splendid to begin with. JC's staff has a habit of using bright and vibrant colors, and because of this, it really sets the soothing and blissful mood of Sakuraso. There are times where the animation just flows so smoothly that it's breathtaking. These are especially evident during the crucial moments in the series like this.
わかってる。シロ、ごめんなさい。リタはリタの絵を描いて。
The character designs are flawless. They put so much attention to detail to the character's eyes and hair, which all reflect their individual personalities. In the end, the animation was done wonderfully and nothing could have really been done better. As for the music, the opening sets up the initial atmosphere of the series, which was this carefree, happy-go-lucky feel. Normally when I watch an anime, 90% of the time I will skip the ending theme if it doesn't catch my interest fast. So hearing the first ending, Days of Dash, I instantly loved it. The ending just suits the anime perfectly. It has a really catchy tune and it's sung in such a happy manner. I mean, who can resist not liking that? As for the second opening, Yume no Suzuki, it shifted into a more heartwarming song telling us that there is still hope to come. The voice acting was superb, all the voices matched each character's personality and no voices felt out of place. The voice acting for Shina was exceptionally good, the soft cute voice just fitted her so well. Sound quality is a big factor to an anime and sometimes can be overlooked. However, Sakuraso brought us a unique and original soundtrack, not to mention great voice acting as well. For my enjoyment, well, if you couldn't tell from this fanboy review, I enjoyed it to no end. I marathoned the series one night and after finishing the last episode, I literally wanted to rewatch it straight after. The series was so unexpectedly good that it passed my initial impressions and became my favorite romance comedy of all time, and yes, better than Toradora. Overall, Sakuraso no Pen no Kanojo was a fresh new take on the romance comedy genre and proved to be one of the best anime of that year. The positives of the series were it had a unique, heartwarming plot, great character development, and amazing soundtrack. The negatives were it initially looks like a generic anime, and at times may seem childish. The scores I gave it were plot 9, characters 9, animation 8, music 8.5, enjoyment 10, with an overall score of 9. For my recommendation, if you like any romance comedy anime, stop watching this review and go watch it now. Sakuraso is a fresh new take on the genre. It brings a heartwarming and touching story. There hasn't been a good romance comedy since the highly acclaimed Toradora, and Sakuraso even surpasses it. If that's not enough to make you watch it, I don't know what is. For the people who don't like a romance comedy, I urge you to give it a chance, since it's not as generic as it pans out to be. Now instead of doing my usual ending, I thought I'd mix it up a bit. For those who have seen the show, what did you think? Leave a comment below, I'm always interested in your guys' opinions. I apologize if you guys wanted more comedy in this video, since it's hard to make fun of a good show, let alone one that is my favorite. For a future review, leave a comment below of which anime I should review next. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this fanboy review. More videos soon. I'm Tao K, and I'll catch you all later.